Hey guys, Vaping Vick here and welcome to a vlog. Finally time for a vlog. A lot of people have been asking actually. I'm thinking about making them more regular, or maybe some sort of regular at all. They're completely random at the moment. I try to do them maybe every 5-6 videos, so maybe sort of every other week, something like that. But yeah, no, really pleased with the support on the vlog. Let me know if you do want me to make them more regular. I know that Nick Grimgreen does his every Thursday, doesn't he? Once a week, but he's got a lot more interesting things going on in his vape world than I do, so maybe I'd run out of things to talk about if I did it weekly. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts anyway. What am I vaping on this fine day? The sun might keep popping out a little bit. It's a bit cloudy, but there's breaks in the cloud, and when it does, it floods in through the top window. So yeah, if I keep going too bright, sorry about that. Vaping today in the vlog, K-Fun V4, did that review of that, and I've got it on the IPV Mini V2. Still my favourite single 18650 regulated mod. I think it's absolutely magic. And I think the K-Fun V4 is absolutely splendid as well. Like I said in the review, totally depends on your vaping style, but if your vaping style is this, which mine is, it does tend to be during the day. I vape like this and I drip and things and use sub-tanks and things, but I do tend to use things like this during the day and at work and things. And I think it's great. I had a thread on UKV and was talking about the K-Fun V4 and what builds people are doing and stuff, because I genuinely have just found that the standard 1.40 microcoil seems to be the best performing. It seems like what it's designed for. But some people have done some amazing builds on it and even gone up to like 30-35 watts and stuff, which I just can't believe with the airflow available. But no, it sounds like there's a lot more you can do with this one, and I think it's really good looking, and I really like vaping on it. So let's get on with the vlog. Vaping topic thing. The topic from last time was that SX300 mod, and was it a clone and that? Because it's sort of the same case and same shape as the Hannah, but everything else was different. We pretty unanimous on this one, guys. I think a lot of you said basically it's not a clone, and that's pretty much a standardized case now that everyone's using, and even Hannah have moved away from, and so basically it's not a clone. Different chip, different 510, different button, different case, sort of. Didn't pretend to be a Hannah at all. So yeah, so you basically sort of said unanimously that it's not a clone, which is cool. Today's vape topic is what is the most expensive mod you own? So we're talking about a recommended retail price. What is the most expensive mod you own? Two reasons why this sort of came to my mind, and it's a bit gauche, isn't it? It's a bit gauche talking about this, but it came to mind because the brilliant Mark Todd from Todds e-cig Reviews, for charity, is auctioning off his brass billet box, a very desirable mod, very hard to get hold of, desirable, fancy mod, and last time I checked it was like over £2,500 it was going for on eBay, and that is for charity and stuff, and that's amazing. But it made me think, what's the typical top mod that most people, certainly my viewers, what do they have? The other thing that sort of brought this to mind was my Axis that I've now got. Can't vape it, no batteries in it. They're charging down there. But the recommended retail price of the Axis is £170, and that is the most expensive mod I have in my collection. So I was just wondering, what's the most expensive mod in your collection? Are you down with expensive stuff? What have you got? Have you got one nice expensive thing, the rest of it's middling, or do you always keep within a limit? So that'd be really interesting, because let's face it, guys, what you get and what you pay for and what you get, it isn't quite like that in vaping. It's not like cars where you pretty much get what you pay for. If you want a 60-watt vape, there's a million ways of achieving that, and only a couple of them are over £100. There's a lot of £50-60 ways of vaping 100 watts, so, or 60 watts or whatever. So there's a million ways of frying that egg. So I just wondered what's the most expensive mod, and it's very selfish because it will help me to work out what reviews are best for this channel. So it's a little bit selfish as well. I'm genuinely interested. I think it will help me tailor the content to my subscribers. So yeah, what's the most expensive mod you want? Put in the comments, put what it is and what its RRP is if you can. If it's not too gauche, if it's not too brash to do that. Vape. Lovely. What have we got coming up? That is the next section. What have we got coming up? Not a right lot. Not a right lot. We went through that really violently heavy batch of things to review, and have been absolutely churning out the reviews recently. I've been trying to do a review every other day. If the channel gets bigger, I will aim to go for every day. But right now, I haven't got a big enough audience, I don't think. I need enough people to see one over 48 hours, then the next one over 48 hours. So that is where we're going, and it'll depend on how much stuff I've got to review as well. Don't have a serious amount of stuff to review at the moment. Supposed to be getting, but that's partly because I've just got through a backlog. What tends to happen is you get through a load of stuff, is a little bit of a lull, and a few things might pop up. I'm supposed to be getting a Tesla sub-ohm clearomizer. I think Tesla have produced a sub-ohm clearomizer, and I think it is on. I think I'm getting it. I don't know. Yeah, I think so. But until it comes, you never really know with these things. Also, might be getting H-Cigar HB50 watt mod. The H-Cigar box mods, they seem to all be HB mods. Stands for heartbeat. And they've got that DNA 40 version, haven't they? They've got a 35 watt version, but they've got a 50 watt version as well, and it's supposed to be on its way to me. And that one just uses a random Chinese chip, not the Evolve one, and it's 50 watts, no temp control, and the button is on the side, not on the set on the middle piece panel. So that'll be interesting just to see if you're like me and you're not interested in temp control. Maybe that's a better option than the Evolve one. I don't know. It would depend on your vaping style, absolutely. But we've got that potentially coming as well. I've still got that Paps mod that I'm never going to review, but it's there to review. Maybe I'll just do that one next because I don't have a lot lined up. I've got the juices to review as well. So I'll get into those soon as well. A few more juices, I need to do some more videos of the juices I've already got as well, so that I got sent quite a lot. I got sent a lot from Dejin, and I got sent quite a few in that vapor box, so I plan to do those as well. Oh, it's getting really bright. Oh no, sorry guys. So yes, so next section, after the review, how's it getting on section. Have I got a proper name for that bit? After the review stuff, the K-Fun V4, talked about that just now. Think it is absolutely top draw. Thinking about getting an authentic one now, because this is really good. This is really good, and it is a really good clone as well, but I quite fancy getting the real thing now. But we'll see. But the K-Fun V4 is excellent. Very impressed with that. I've got the Twisted Messers RDA that I reviewed. Overall, really impressed. I think it's a really good RDA. I need to get a perfect build in it for the Axis that matches the exact Axis specifications. That one that I showed you in the video was just a ridiculous coil. It was like 3.3 mil wide or something like that. It was a super wide coil. Just messing about really, just to see what I could do. And yeah, a few people saw the review and sort of said, well, I don't like that spinning chamber thing. That's a bit of a flaw and all that. And I guess it is sort of, but I don't really touch the RDA once I've put it together. So I'm just vaping on it. I don't really mess with it, you know. So it hasn't been a problem for me at all. That I'm still really liking that. What else? I've got that. Oh, the Kanga sub tank. I was gonna do a video on the rebuildable base, but then they changed the rebuildable base, and I thought, oh, that's a bit of a pointless video now. And I was going to tell you how I got on with the 1 ohm coil. Is it a 1 ohm or a 1.2 ohm coil? And so I put that in the other day to sort of just to let you know how that was going. And do I get into this? Yeah, go on. Yeah, so I put that 1.2 ohm coil in, and it's rubbish. It's absolutely rubbish. It totally doesn't really work at all. You've turned, the idea being, if that's how you want to vape it, you turn it down to 20 watts, something like that. Close one of the airflow. You close your airflow down to maybe 1 hole, and vape it like that, if that's how you wanted to do it. So 20 watts, 1.2 ohm, and maybe close the airflow off if you don't want to vape so heavily as with the 0.5 ohm head. But the head just doesn't seem, it doesn't seem like everything is built. This entire clearomizer for me is built for these 0.5 ohm heads, in terms of how fast it wicks, how it vapes, the airflow, and it just doesn't really work with that higher ohm head, in my opinion. It almost wicks too fast for itself, so it's a very poppy, wet vape. The airflow doesn't really go down enough, and it's it almost just feels like there's something wrong with your vape. It just feels like an underpowered version of what is actually going on. I tried the rebuildable base as well, but it just takes up so much space in there, and it's so fiddly. I did put a build in and it just isn't as good a vape with that rebuildable head in. For me, this is just a clearomizer, and it's a 0.5 ohm clearomizer, and you should just think of it like that. After checking those two things out, I just bought some more 0.5 ohm heads, and just using it away like this, and I think like this it's absolutely great. I think it's absolutely great like that. Perfect. Two holes open. I have 30 watts, and Bosch is just absolutely beast like that. So my final verdict on that is just use the 0.5 heads, and it's a cracking vape. The other bits that come with it, I think, are rubbish. And that is that one. Axis, loving that. No point talking about that. The Limo drop. The Limo drop. No, don't like it. I just don't like it. It just doesn't work for me. I can't get a build in here that I'm happy with. The airflow is too tight. The wicking isn't right. It isn't right. It just doesn't wick to the spec it's supposed to. Like, it's just not. The airflow is not even properly adjustable. No matter how much you play with it, it just doesn't really change that much. That just seems like a lot of effort for that vape. This is a 1 ohm coil, 4.4 volts, 18 watts. It's fine, but I just think everything else has surpassed it. I think if that had come out a year and a half ago, everyone had gone K-Fun killer. But right now, it's not as good as the K-Fun V4. So that is where that is at in my head. So yeah, no, Limo drop, I'm not a big fan. I'm going to get rid of that. But there is the Limo 2, which I still haven't really got around to looking into. It does seem like it has solved a few of the problems. Let's have some tea. Okay, next section of the vlog. Whizzing through it today, It's because I've got no coming up, so I couldn't go through loads of cool stuff that I've got coming up. I failed you guys. So, Dejin Berry Crush from Dejin, DejinVapes.com, was it? Link in the description to the Dejin. What does it say on the packaging? Yes, DejinVape.com. I'm right, I'm correct. DejinVape.com, DJINNI MVP3vape.com is this juice line where they sent me all these juices. Amazing. This one is Berry Crush, and we're going to give this a try today. What have we got? We got our juice tasting Atty. Oh, it's got loads of juice in. Hold the line while we try to connect you. The number you are calling seems to be busy. Okay, so it only had a little bit in. Don't worry, this is a perfect test. This is how you test juice. So, Berry Crush. Can't work out. Is the bottle red or is the juice red? Can't work out. We'll find out as you drip it in, I'm sure. So, Dejin 50/50 VGPG. This is 0.6. Ah, so the juice is clear. That's cool. That's good. The juice is clear. Saw them doing this on the reviewer's queue. Ah. Like tasting perfume, but they're not for licking. Vape Reviewers Queue people. Do you watch Vape Reviewers Queue? It's good, isn't it? Can't get on there. I can't stay awake. I can't stay awake till that time at night. It's what is it, 2-3 a.m. in the UK. I always just watch the replay. So I've got no chance of ever getting on there. While we're talking about that, while we're talking about the Reviewers Queue, there is now a UK version of the Reviewers Queue. Yes, I've been watching it, been enjoying it. Who have we got? Is it Fat Vapor, Big Tom, Vaping Vick Mullen? They've got a Google Hangouts style show that they do weekly now, and it's called UK Vaping Chat. UK Vaping Chat, I'm pretty sure it's called. Again, I'll put a link in the description. I think they've got a dedicated channel now. Really good, top bants. Yeah, loads of UK reviewers just talking about vaping and UK-based vaping stuff. Good show, and it's one of those shows, you know, it's very new. It's going to get better and better, so get on board now and watch that. Link in the description to that. Oh God, I better make a note to link that. So anyway, yeah, back to the juice review. So we have got Berry Crush from Dejin. What does it taste like? Right, it's very nice. It tastes like mixed berries. Who'd have thought it? With a name like Berry Crush, it tastes like mixed berries. I'm getting a bit of strawberry, a bit of blackberry. Tastes a bit like maybe a bit of cherry. I don't know. It's just mixed fruits, really. Mixed berries. It's what it tastes like. Very refreshing. Very light. Not overwhelming. Not chemically. It's nice. It's nice actually. Put a bit more on here. Yeah. So the bottle is red. The bottle is red, the juice is clear. If you're worried about that sort of thing. Some people are, some people aren't. As with everything. Cool packaging though, you've got to say that's a cool bottle. That is cool. Tasty. Don't let the smell put you off though. It's got like that perfumey smell. Which some people associate with bad vapes. It can be the case if they've used too much flavouring. Sometimes it can end up with that perfumey taste. It's got that perfumey smell, but it doesn't have the perfumey taste. Don't worry about that. It's very nice, very refreshing. Yep, like that. I like that. So that's a thumbs up for Berry Crush from Dejin. That is really good. So that is that part of the vlog done as well. What is coming up in the vaping world? What new gear is coming out and stuff? Just hit YouTube has just hit your YouTube shelves right now. A lot of people started talking about the MPV version 3 Pro. Now the version 3 Pro is the exact same as the MPV3, but it goes up to 60 watts. Now I don't know any details about the actual chip. The screen looks the same. The screen does look the same, so I'm not sure what chip they've used there. They must have used their own to a certain extent to get that screen and those watts. Apparently it goes down to about 0.2, 0.3, 60 watts, so perfect device for your sub tanks. And I've heard a lot of good stuff about the Innokin sub-ohm clearomizer. So the Innokin sub-ohm clearomizer with the MPV Pro version 3, that sounds like a nice setup, a nice combination. The same rules apply though, I guess, so the reviews are going to be very similar to the MPV3. It's going to say super battery life, super mod, very durable, built very well. However, it's very big, it's not very pocket friendly, and they're going to say they're also going to say that cable at the bottom is a bit annoying, and potentially something that's just going to pop out. Yeah, and so the reviews will be very similar. It's just that it goes up to 60 watts now, but that does make it quite tempting to me. I remember distinctly saying on a vlog the MPV3 doesn't float my boat because I find I want more versatility than just 30 watts. So that really does turn it into a very tempting mod in my eyes now. So I don't know if you feel the same, but that is a thing, the MPV3 Pro. So maybe check that out. What else is about? The IPV version 4 has now hit the UK. Available in shops, available on websites. People that pre-ordered it have now received theirs, I believe. Looks alright. There was quite a lot of concern going about. There was concern with the chip, with how late it had got, because it was meant to be 2 months ago. I think it was meant to come out March, and we're now in May. So there was a bit of concern around that, like what's the problem? Few people worried about that. There was talk of the chip being a bit funky. And temperature control all the way to 100 watts. People like, what's that going to be like and stuff. And there were some people knocking the case as well. Excuse me. Some people knocking the case as well, saying it's effectively going to be like a plastic C-frame. So you're going to have plastic slotting onto plastic, and that could break very easily or diminish very quickly or what have you. In terms of the build quality and stuff, it looks like that isn't an issue. It does actually look fairly solid. I haven't seen anyone in the videos that I've seen saying the case is a mess or anything like that, or they think it's going to break. So I wouldn't worry too much about the case. I know that the first batch went out and they had very dim screens, but apparently there is a plug-in version update that you can do. And that's another thing as well. Don't charge it by plugging it in, take the batteries out. That's yeah, don't do that. Definitely take the batteries out to charge. That's a bit of a standard with those sort of dual battery mods. I definitely recommend taking the batteries out. But I think there's a firmware update if you do have a dim screen, so the screen thing is solved. And the chip doesn't look too bad overall, so that's definitely an option now. I think a lot of people are concerned about that, but it's looking like it might be alright, and it looks like they've done the right thing holding it back. Oh, it's getting dead bright again. Sorry about this sun, guys. It's getting dead bright again, but yeah, it looks alright. It looks a lot better than I think a lot of people were really worried about that. The other thing about to hit the shelves, coming to stock and everything, we talked about it last time, is the Vapor Flask Squonker, and that looks very exciting. I would say if you definitely want one of those, I would get your pre-orders in now. I think it'll be here very, very, very soon, and it does look great. I've always liked the design of those flasks, and I think It does lend itself well to a juice bottle in one side and a battery on the other, and I think that looks really good. So I mean, I don't think I'll be getting one purely because of its price point, but yeah, I would check out some reviews of that, and I'm definitely tempted with that. And I'm very interested in squonking, and I do want to give squonking a go. Definitely do want to give it a go, but yeah, I mean, very interested to see if it makes squonking more mainstream, because it's still very niche at the moment. Be very interested to see what happens there, and it could create a bit of a surge on bottom-fed RDAs as well, because there's a bit of a lack of bottom-fed RDAs. So I know some people just customise their own. If they find an RDA that think it'd be suitable, they turn it into a bottom feeder. So there is that as well. Running out of things to tell you guys. What else? What else has been going on? I bought a new car. You don't need to know about that. My other car was falling to bits and wasn't big enough for the family, so I've got a family car now, a big car that fits everyone in. Gone are the days of nice nippy little cars. I've got to get a big car, so I've got a big car. That is going on. What else? Football season is over, so I'm probably just going to get slowly chubbier in these vlogs now until it gets closer to winter again. No, I think I've run out of things to talk about, and so that is a good time to leave it, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for the continued support. Over 1,250 subscribers now. Very pleased with that. Go and check out that UK Vape chat. Check out the reviewers queue. Check out Todds Auction for the billet box, even if you can't afford it. I think it's amazing. Hats off to everyone involved in that. And yeah, let's keep on vaping, I guess. I don't have a sign-off catchphrase, do I? Do I? I'll see you again next time. I'll say something like that, don't I? Yeah, so anyway, thank you very much for watching the vlog. It really means a lot. I really enjoy doing vlogs, and I'll see you again really soon. Bye.